Camera, and the lie detector test said that was a lie. The lady did not tell me she wanted me to leave. He lied and made it up.
Hell yeah.
And every time I try to ask him about it, he takes off running.
You liar.
And I'm trying to get across, man. That was probably Spillman that just peeled out of here. I don't see Spillman's little wiener ass anywhere. I think he just left.
Saw you coming, Harvey.
He said somebody was hurt. They said somebody, I think they said it broke their leg, compound fracture, and
Damn.
smashed their face up real good. I'm sure they probably already got somebody in the hospital. What's up, everybody? Hey, what's up, Brian? Here's the deal. What's up, man?
Oh, here's the deal.
It's just a car wreck, man, but I heard Spillman over the radio, and I've been trying to find him just to ask him some questions, but he keeps dodging me. The last two times I ran into him, he literally ran away and got in his truck and drove off like a little girl. If you're coming in late, Spillman's the one that lied when I was recording the police at the Motel 6. He walked up to me and lied and said that the owners wanted me off the property. So I pulled his body cameras. I pulled all of the officers' body cameras, and he made that crap up. So now every time he sees me, he runs like a little girl. I haven't been able to catch him anywhere where he couldn't run away. And as soon as I walked up, he got in his car and drove off. Yeah, that windshield smashed. Somebody's head went through that windshield. Look at that. Damn, I know that hurt. They said over the radio he busted his face up real bad. Bro. Let me zoom in. Yeah, that windshield is smashed. I don't know what that is. It kind of looks like it's got DNA all over it or something. Yeah, after this live stream's over, I'll put the link to Spillman's body camera footage in the description of him lying, in case anybody wants to watch it. I was shocked, man. Like, I honestly, literally had a feeling that he was lying. But when I looked at that body camera footage, I was really shocked. Chopper. Police don't lie. Oh, there's Sims. I had to file a complaint on him last week. He's a rookie and he doesn't like to identify. There he is.
Cherries and berries. It's a big accident scene. I'm going to bed. I appreciate the TTSs and the super chats this evening. Thank you, members.
A lot of new faces out
I'll
here.
be back tomorrow. I'm gonna link Harvey's live stream on the way out. You guys enjoy your evening or early morning for some people.
What up, Maury?
Who is restreaming? Who is restreaming my live stream? The Asian gay boy?
It's a good track.
The gay guy with long hair? Oh, lady boy, if you're watching me, you better know. You're a lady boy, lady boy, lady boy, lady boy. Lady boy with your nuts out hanging. With your nuts out hanging, lady boy. You can be a lady boy, lady boy, lady boy, lady boy. Lady boy, lady boy, lady boy. You can be a lady boy, honey. It's okay. Oh, lady boy. Lady boy. All I see is a lady boy. Come out, lady boy. Come out, lady boy. You gotta get some, you know.
Somebody said 50 just gifted whoever did that. I appreciate it. It's probably Maury, I'm sure. Thank you, Maury, if that was you. Looks like they're leaving. That was probably the little wink. No, Sims is still over there. Oh, they got the tow truck coming. Really hoping Spillman would be here. I have not yet been able to catch him at a scene. Like the last 2 times I ran into him, ever since I watched that body camera footage, every time I show up, it's like at the very end of the scene, and he's able to just get in his car and drive off. I have yet to catch him somewhere where he cannot leave, and I can really just express my First Amendment rights about how much of a liar and a freaking just disgusting lying sack of shit he is. After he did that, I missed 3 comp watches at that hotel because I thought I was trespassed. He made the whole thing up. I'm literally allowed to go there right now if I want to. The lady actually said he went in, excuse me, he went in the office and solicited a trespass. He was like, there's some guy out here recording. He lied so many times. It's hard to keep up with all the lies. He said, there's a guy out there recording. Do you want him off the property? And she said, no, he's okay. And then she said, when he gets done recording y'all, then he can leave. So she said, basically, he's fine as long as he's recording y'all, and then he can leave. Okay. But then when he went in the office, he says, I have no idea who he is, but there's some guy out there recording. And then right after he said that, when he walked outside, you can hear him on his body camera tell one of the other cops, oh, that's Robert Harvey. So he lied twice. I can't stand people that lie just obsessively when it doesn't even benefit you to lie, and they still lie. Once you're labeled a liar, you're always a liar, and nobody should ever believe a damn word you say. And the police, the Supreme Court granted the police the right to lie. So you should never be able to believe anything any of them say. They're trained to lie. Just like fucking Spillman over there. This one's over with. There's Sims. There's the one I had to file a complaint on the other day. Refused to identify. That was that tow truck, man. Trying to impersonate a police officer. Hope you're enjoying that complaint form, Officer Sims. I'm a little disappointed because I heard Spillman over the radio. I thought he was here, but as soon as he saw me walking up, he left. He's real good at dodging me ever since I published his body camera footage of him lying. I thought that video would get 100,000 views, and it only got like 10,000. Oh, well, it was worth it to me to expose him as a liar. It's the ambulance. The guy that was in that wreck got really hurt. Yeah, I heard it over the radio. He was severely hurt. Broke his leg, crushed his face. Hopefully he's okay. Thank you. Yeah, I gotta put my glasses on. Thanks, Don DeBomb, for watching all my videos.
You come on, this is your chance. Make yourself look good.
I'm working right now.
I'm working too. We're all working. We're all working to get these streets clean.
Do you guys have a policy that you're not allowed to make yourself look good while you're working?
Look good?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
By doing an interview and, you know, make yourself look good, right?
You guys have your own channels or
Yep.
you guys...
No.
I warned you. That we're all coming to get you. We're all coming out. I told you. I tried to warn you.
You did? I haven't seen you in a while.
When was the last time you saw me?
When you were
Bell VA.
Yep.
Cam back.
Your phone call. Your license
When I
was
got a
suspended.
phone
We
call
saw you
saying,
driving.
I saw you driving in Glen Ellen and you didn't turn yourself in. What kind of pussy ass shit is that? You didn't even call me over.
I didn't know anything about that case. I just saw you handcuffed.
Are you like, what are you doing, stopping these kids while they're trying to go to prom or what?
I'm sorry?
You stopping these kids while they're trying to go to prom?
It's Saturday Night Fever.
They're trying to get lucky and you're interfering with their ability.
They're trying
Man.
to tuck a buck.
How do you feel if your kid got recorded and somebody said, oh, they were trying to get lucky?
It depends what country I was in. What country is this?
I don't know, you tell me. You know where
It's
we're
America,
at right now?
USA.
Are you familiar with the U.S. Constitution? Why would somebody that swore an oath to protect the U.S. Constitution say something like that? Why would you even question
You're
that?
recording the kids, right? You're saying
Why is that a question?
you guys okay?
They're recording us.
Have a good night, okay?
See you. We'll see you later, I'm sure.
You think they're not all on Snapchat recording themselves and Facebook and every other platform and TikTok?
See you on Tinder.
Remember your oath.
Oh, she got the undercover.
Remember that oath you swore to protect.
Incognito.
Turn signal. What's up, everybody?
You guys were too busy following her. You didn't see the first cop almost run somebody off the road.
Did you catch it?
Yes, I caught it.
Okay, good. Well, we don't want all the same stuff.
That was fucked up. He almost ran that car off the road. Car almost had to go in the other lane.
Put it on a short.
Put them on blast. And she pulled out, no turn signal, no nothing, jumping lanes.
They pulled those kids over because that was on the side. And that cop almost ran somebody off the road. That's some bullshit.
I got a kid family channel here. You mind?
Yeah, kid-friendly family. I've been in your chat, sir. I've contributed to some of the most degrading shit ever. Right, Broccoli? You hear how Chuck's talking to me?
Well, thanks everybody for watching. We'll be back. Stay tuned. We're going to be out here all night long.
The treat.
We got Batman and Duper Trooper. Is it Duper Trooper or something?
5-0.
Duper Trooper 5-0.
Page County, Illinois.
Mods, keep pounding that in the chat. Let's go. Post their links. Let's get them some support. I'm out.
It's nuts, man. I don't know who this is. Whoever it is. Oh. Oh, Chuck. Shut down. Oh, Chuck shut down. Okay.
Journalist, free press, member of the free press. Only one in the United States of America to have their cameras seized for walking on the wrong side of the road. And I got another one. I got another world record. I'm also the only member of the free press ever in America to have a search warrant served on their phones for walking on the wrong side of the road. A citation, I might add, which I was arrested for and spent the night in jail. That's Galveston County Sheriff Jimmy Fullen and Lieutenant Hill. They're cracking down on walking around here in Galveston County, everybody. So if you're living in Galveston County, be very careful when you're walking anywhere. You have these terrorists scouring the streets. They're like road pirates, except now they're in police cars and not ships like they were back in the day. And they ride around and just terrorize and steal and abuse the members of the public that pay their paychecks, I might add.
This is Harvey. I don't think he's out with anybody else.
And people worship him over it. Ain't that crazy? Spit shine their boots with their tongues and worship.
Unreadable.
There they go. There they go, pulling over somebody for a temporary license plate. It's unreadable, so we need to pull them over, stop their right to travel, search them, demand ID. If they give us any attitude, we'll escalate and beat the shit out of them. Charge them with resisting if they give me attitude. Appreciate everybody hanging out. There's not even anything going on. Oh, by the way, I have court on July 2nd at 1:30 at the Galveston County Courthouse on the first floor, Precinct 3. If anybody wants to show up and be in.
This is Catherine Goebel with our Trajectory and Launch Window Division. Her work is pertinent to today's proceedings. Want to get her a chair? We have a confirmed launch window. Get her a chair, please. We have a confirmed launch window for Friendship 7. Let's discuss a landing zone.
The Navy needs a singular landing zone.
20 miles square is what we can service for retrieval. Outside of that, we risk the capsule's recovery.
We'd like 3 possible recovery areas.
We can't cover half the damn ocean.
With all due respect, our capsule's being altered daily. We're orbiting the Earth at what speed now?
17,544 miles per hour at the time the rocket delivers the capsule into low space orbit.
Well, that's one hell of a speeding ticket. Okay, so we have the vehicle's speed, the launch window, and for argument's sake, the landing zone is the Bahamas. Should be enough to figure the go, no go?
Yeah, in theory, sir.
We need to be past theory at this point.
We'll be able to calculate a go, no go with that information.
When exactly is that going to happen?
Catherine? Have a go at it?
Good morning. Gentlemen.
Want to see something cool? Anytime we have electricity moving from one place to another, it creates a magnetic field. This is easy to see with a coil of wire and some iron filings, but I prefer something more practical because we're going to build on this for later episodes. This is a coil of wire inside a laminated core. The laminations focus the flux lines like lamentations guide the pious, and both spend their life energetically running circles, chasing an infinite, unreachable goal. Because this is the outer coil and we're going to use it to make a magnetic field, we call this the field winding. We have an extra piece of laminated core here with a pin. This moving part we call an armature, which is a $5 way of saying keeper of the magnet. When at rest, the core here does an excellent impersonation of a paperweight. But if I set some electrons in motion, they scare up a field and our core and coil reclassify as an electromagnet. The lines of flux reach out and
clip roasting friend of the show, David Lucas. I love David. He is heavy. He's challenged. What do you call that?
Something more practical because we're going to build on this for later episodes. This is a coil of wire inside a laminated core. The laminations focus the flux lines like lamentations guide the pious, and both spend their life energetically running circles, chasing an infinite, unreachable goal. Because this is the outer coil and we're going to use it to make a magnetic field, we call this the field.
Nobody's here. There we go. I reset it. Are y'all back? I reset it. Wingspan Angel, what's up? Okay, y'all are back. Every time, I gotta flip it around. Every time I come down here, I lose the string. So, but yeah, what I was saying, dang, I don't know if y'all heard anything I said. Did y'all hear me talking about the motion, my lawyer file? Give me a one if y'all heard that part. Y'all did, okay. So basically the motion says that according to the law, and the motion is correct, they didn't charge me correctly. And according to the law, the charge on his face is not even legal. My lawyer is really smart and really good. So, I mean, basically the case is already dead. According to Texas law, they didn't even fill out the affidavit correctly because there's an exception to that walking on the wrong side of the street, and they didn't include that exception. Law specifically says when there's an exception like that, they have to put in the charging instrument that even with the exception, I still broke the law. And since they didn't include that, the law says the charge all by itself is invalid. So if the judge is going to be fair, the case is going to be dismissed. I'm going to put it to y'all like that. Judge Billy Williams. I think he's going to be a fair judge because I already went in there a couple of times and spoke with him a couple of times, and he seemed like a really nice guy. He looked like whenever I went in there for the motion to get my camera back, and they all showed up in there and said that, oh, we got a warrant signed on Mr. Harvey's phones, blah, 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 blah. Like the judge looked shocked. And I could tell by his body language and just by the way that he was looking at me that he was just absolutely in shock and disgusted about what was going on. He even said in open court, it's walking on the wrong side of the road. Like he was absolutely just like puzzled looking. He said, the guy just wants his property back. And then he looked at me and said, well, they had another judge sign a search warrant on it, so I can't grant your motion. He says, I'm not denying it, but I can't grant it at this time. So this is not the first time they've done this shit to me. They did it to me in Fort Worth. Going on a fishing expedition. They didn't find shit the last time. They're not going to find nothing this time. The search warrant says they're only supposed to look for the video of me walking on the wrong side of the road. But we all know that they're not going to follow the law. I'm going to make sure my lawyer questions him on every step that they took. Got to get him on the record because everything that he says in that court, we can use it in our lawsuit. I really shouldn't be saying all this crap, but I mean, I don't care. It's just nothing but honesty and facts. Yeah, so Wednesday at 1:30, if y'all want to watch Lieutenant Hill sweat under cross-examination for a little while. All right, I'm going to shut up and turn the scanner on.
Street, 97 14th Street.
927 14th Street. I know I didn't say hello to everybody that I normally do because I haven't been looking at the chat. If I missed anybody, hope everybody's having a good day. Pretty sad though if you think about it. I mean, you got to be a pretty shitty person to be able to feel good about yourself about first kidnapping somebody. They pushed me out to the road and then kidnapped me for being where they put me. Just goes to show you what kind of people we're dealing with, and they feel good about it. kidnapped me, stole my stuff, didn't return it. Who's the real criminals? Who's the real thieves? Locked me in a cage. Made me pay a ransom to get out. Even though they let me go for free. Somebody had already paid the ransom. They didn't know. They were out there in the lobby. They didn't know that they were letting me go. It doesn't matter. We're getting the money back. We didn't use the bondsman, so we'll get that money back. Even the majority of other police officers, like from Galveston, most of them are like agreeing with me that it's freaking pathetic what they did. Just absolutely pathetic. They make my job easy, though, man. I mean,
14th Street College is the CD unit.
my message lately has been that the police are overbloated. There's too many of them. There's not really a whole lot of real crime, and that mostly all they're doing is harassing law-abiding people, locking them in cages and extorting them. And then what do? They come and do exactly what I've been saying that they do to me. They just proved my point. These people are not that smart, y'all.
Leave. Don't come back. Just leave. We're gone. We're done. He's like, what's going on? I said, there's a fucking truck chasing me.
$3 million.
He's like, oh shit.
Shall be used for activities described in paragraph 3A. C.
Oh, great.
$3 million
I don't know
shall be used for
about you.
activities described.
The only other time I got away with growing on somebody else's land was I grew it in a tree. I climbed up a tree about 50 feet up into a tree and threw a 5-gallon bucket to the trunk of the tree. And then I had to climb the tree every fucking other day to fucking water it. And that became a pain in the ass.
7 USC 1637B.
Can that, and then
all products processed
the high school.
So I have a feeling, even though like I'm the one that got charged with a crime and it's my court date, I have a feeling it's going to be Lieutenant Hill that is in the hot seat. Yeah. So we're going to put him on trial. I have a feeling.
We're now being on 129.
Of course, I'm not the lawyer, though. Just my opinion. I'm not the lawyer. We're pretty confident it's going to get dismissed. He can explain to the judge why he lied in his police report.
I'm gonna go bury you with those fucking plants.
And then smoke the bud that it produces every
He's
year on
ready
your
to
grave.
86, ready to 86 your ass.
The day before the date of death.
What was that movie where they smoked the dude's the butt from the dude's ashes?
Oh yeah. Oh, what was
God,
that?
movie? That was so fucking
Oh
hilarious.
shit.
What was
Damn,
that
man.
called?
Can't remember nothing.
What up,
I know what I'm
JoJo
talking
Gunn?
about, though.
JoJo.
What does the title line say? Doesn't it not say?
I have to go in and do my thing right now, but I don't have gloves on.
It doesn't say.
It's just one big beautiful bill being read off the Senate floor.
Excess of the normal mortality due to a condition specified.
That's what that
in
is, JoJo
paragraph
Guns.
1. B. Payment rate. Additional payments under
One
subparagraph
big
A shall
beautiful
be made
bill.
at a rate 1 determined by the secretary.
You know, I've seen some people put like
less than or equal to
BBB
85% of the
666
payment
and
rate
stuff, and I'm like,
established with respect to the lowest
how do you get
weight
fucking
class
666
of
from
livestock,
BBB?
as
That's
determined by the
Because
It's
2
not fucking
plus 2
6.
plus 2 is 6.
Oh, give me a fucking break. God, they're reaching now. Jesus Christ.
Right?
He said 902 14th Street. I almost missed that. I was daydreaming. I think that's what they said. Let's put it in the maps. Let's see what map says. That might be Lamar. We're finna find out. Fixing to find out. What did I say? 904 14th Street? They've got one in San Leon, one in Texas City, and one in Galveston. So we'll go check out the one in Galveston. I got a feeling that that didn't sound like the Galveston dispatcher. We'll go by there anyway. It's only 3 minutes away. What's up, Bobby? Ring Spring. Is that? I don't have my glasses. Hey, McCucumber, what's up?
My company address is 525 14th Street.
525.
525 14th Street, clear.
They changed it. I'm telling you, that sounds like Sam. That sounds like Galveston.
Oh my God.
All right. I updated the GPS. We'll be there in 4 minutes. Yeah, like
1128 Helen County. Did I have a one vehicle accident, a motorcycle and a bus EMS?
yeah, like
Oh, Jesus.
if I had actually done something like serious and like got in real trouble, like let's say for instance, if I got like a DUI or something, which I don't ever drink and drive, but let's say I did, that would be pretty embarrassing, and I wouldn't even be telling people about my court date, and I would be praying that the news don't show up. But for this, it's just so funny and so laughable. Like it should be more embarrassing to them than it is to me, and I'm like broadcasting live, telling everybody to show up. I've invited the news.
He's either going to be successful or it's totally going to fuck up.
The applicable payment rate under subparagraph C, and 2, 85% of the total number of acres of farm-raised fish that the eligible producer
And I think that's
has in
how he's getting the
production
manufacturing
for
come back to America, by
2,
devaluing the dollar.
emergency assistance for honeybees. In
And that
determining
way our
any new
products will be
colony laws
competitively
eligible
priced
for
like
assistance
everybody
under
else's in the world.
Section
Because our
1501B
dollar is the same as their dollar. Their dollar. Their dollar.
7 USC
Global
9081D.
economy.
The
But
Secretary shall
we Americans will
utilize a normal
suffer because then our $15 is going to be like $8.
Tree
You know,
Assistance Program. Section 1501B
devaluation.
of the Agricultural Act of 2014, 7
I don't know. I
USC
thought devaluation dollar
9081B
was only done by
is
printing more
amended.
money.
1.
But apparently there's other ways to devalue the dollar.
By striking 15%, adjusted for normal mortality, and inserting normal mortality. And 2, in paragraph 3, A, in subparagraph A1, by striking 15% mortality, adjusted for normal mortality, and inserting normal mortality.
The fuck? They're talking about mortality of fish?
Subparagraph B,
What's
1, by striking
I heard
50
that.
and inserting 65, and 2, by
Gotta get up.
striking 15%.
No wonder they can't ever pass anything. They get so damn picky and so meticulous with everything.
And inserting normal tree damage or mortality.
So no-
Subtitle E, crop insurance.
Tree damage?
Section 10501, beginning farmer and rancher benefit. A, definitions. 1. In general, Section 502B3 of the Federal Crop Insurance Act, 7 U.S.C. 1502B3, is amended by striking 5 and inserting 10. 2. Conforming amendment. Section 522C7 of the Federal Crop Insurance Act, 7 U.S.C. 1522C7, is amended by striking subparagraph F. B. Increase in assistance. Section 508E of the Federal Crop Insurance Act, 7 U.S.C. 1508E, is amended by adding at the end the following. 9. Additional support. A. In general, in addition to any other provision of this subsection, except paragraph 2A regarding payment of a portion of premiums, a beginning farmer or rancher shall receive additional premium assistance that is the number of percentage points specified in subparagraph
I want
B
the doggy.
greater than the premium assistance that would otherwise
No,
be
you're not getting
available for the
treat.
applicable
You got
policy,
half a bowl of food.
plan of insurance, and coverage level selected by the beginning farmer or rancher.
He's like, yeah, I'll
B,
ask you again
percentage
after you
points
smoke another one.
Percentage points referred to in subparagraph A are the following. 1. For each of the first and second reinsurance
She wants a
years,
banana.
the
Enough
farmer or
yet.
rancher participates as a beginning farmer or rancher in the applicable
I hadn't smoked
policy
anything
or
all
plan
day.
of
What are you talking
insurance. 5
Oh,
percentage
God.
points. 2. For the
First
third
time right here.
reinsurance year that a beginning farmer or rancher participates as a beginning farmer or rancher in the applicable policy or plan of insurance, 3 percentage points. 3. For the fourth reinsurance year,
Not
that
a
a
weed.
beginning farmer or rancher participates as a beginning
How does
farmer
that
or
happen?
rancher in the applicable policy or plan of insurance, 1
Spent all
percentage.
I should have went right. I started to and then I changed my mind. We'll go right here.
Got a medical call. An accident happened yesterday.
Maury, that speed bump was for you, man. If you're still here, Maury, that speed bump was just for you. I know how much you love him. T4 should be in crash today. Lie detector test determined that Officer Spillman lied. put that video on Facebook. If not, I need to upload it to Facebook. Maybe it'll go viral on Facebook. We'll give Officer Spillman one more chance.
It's a proposed economic and trade initiative of the Donald Trump administration's second term, named after Trump's Mar-a-Lago state, Florida. The accord is a blueprint for restructuring global trade and monetary relations with the core goal of devaluing the dollar while preserving its role as the world's reserve currency. Shush.
Insurance provider in an eligible state and does not include a contract for AA.
Don't read, Daddy. I don't want to hear it.
You hear her whining behind me?
Yeah.
It's okay. Have fun.
She wants to read to us.
Like, shut up. You suck at reading, Dad. Oh.
Daisy, I don't have a banana.
What's up, everybody?
This is Chuck Robinson. I'm riding along. Just trying to read that screen. Can I hardly see? Maybe you'll get some time readings off of that, but I can't make anything out of it. If you can, then my shit is screwed. Another dude is recording there.
And that's a shame, because this is a beautiful area, and you probably picked this area because of how beautiful it
I
was.
appreciate the law. I'm with the law. And everybody has to follow the law traffic. But this way, the way they are doing it over here, it's above the limit.
100%.
And that's why we're here, because they need to follow the law too. And they all run around acting like they're above the law.
Exactly. I appreciate you guys doing this.
No problem. Hopefully this will get you out of the thing. Hopefully you're very welcome. This is exactly we have done this because we go through this too.
One of us Roosevelt Road.
Is this the same guy we just saw?
Thanks, everybody, for hitting the thumbs up. Appreciate the likes. No, this is a different cop.
It's a tiny ass town too, and there's a shitload of cops. I mean, when I say tiny, this is a tiny town.
Yeah, it is. But it's money, so we got to keep the money generated.
Gotta generate that revenue.
Guys like this probably on his way home from a family function, work, not doing anything.
My pleasure. I'm gonna give you my channel when you leave.
And the person who doesn't like to be recorded, I don't like to be recorded. And at this moment, I would like to know that
I'm the same way. I don't like being recorded, but with this, you have to protect it.
You're doing the right thing.
Because he can say whatever he wants in court, he'll get away with it. just gonna give you a warning now.
This is.
Living on that line. You're riding your bicycle on the wrong side of the road.
What's up, Indy Dan? AVL. Old Man. Vito. Kinetic.
That's why. Oh, I got it. Okay. So I did. I got a citation. I got one letter. Okay. I'm just. So you giving me another citation?
Standing in the street to do this?
But you said, like, if I got citation, you gotta give me a warning, right? Reinstated, right? Talk to your insurance. Keep that all covered.
Make me some terrific.
And this is something I've never been defeated by mistake. Yeah, so this is something I have to guess it. Oh, I have something that I don't know anything about it. So I have to leave my life, leave my work, leave everything, stop paying my bills, stop doing anything in my life to go and see, oh, what is the state of Illinois wants of me? And I have to be a magician and start searching. Oh, they might do something. They might give me, I'm moving in the street, they're going to give me a ticket. So to be able to live here in Wheaton, Illinois, I have to be a magician. That's what I feel like. So to avoid being stopped by the police.
Okay. So I'm just trying to help you out to make sure you get this taken care of so you don't so you have to get it.
Okay, so I'll start like doing magic. The coming period.
You don't have to do that. So like I said before, every single fee, you get that taken care of, okay? Make sure you talk to your insurance company. Make sure that you get it cleared out.
Well, I paid my insurance, and I paid for SR22, okay, and I informed them everything. So I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do again. So I have to stop my life and start calling the whole insurance company to make sure that they're informing the states, which I already did.
Right? Once you do all those steps and have all those documents set up for you, show up to this court at 7:15 at 1 o'clock in Phoenix County. Provide the judge with all those documents. No guarantee that there's no place to put these weapons and citations.
Again, and I have to show up to the court. I travel for work. And if I'm not able to show up to the court because of my work, because of traveling for work, so I will get a warrant for not be showing up to the court. And if I got stopped by police, they're going to send me to jail.
So this is what you do.
So like we guys don't have a life. Oh, get this, go show up in the court.
Yeah, but he's
you
trying
don't
to
have
help
life,
you out, though.
you don't have work, you have nothing to do.
He's trying to help
That's
you
what
out.
exactly happened. Go
He's
show
just
up to
trying
the
to help
court,
you out.
pay, do your search. Like we don't have a life. I feel miserable living here in this county because of you guys. I feel miserable.
Right? I understand. I'm just trying to help you out. Okay?
Just trying to help you out. Sounds like he's helping him out. Sounds like he's helping him out.
So like I said, you guys
Are you being serious? How's he helping him out? Okay, I didn't think so.
He's trying to help you out.
I know.
Take care, guys. I appreciate that.
What'd you do to help the guy?
Just give them the right information. I try to give them the right information.
Oh.
Not a lot of people know what to do when You have non-insurance stuff.
Well, it seems like he's got some issue that he doesn't know how to deal with or something. So what's his issue? He doesn't know how to get insurance?
I'm not going to go into details, but when people don't have they're suspended for non-insurance,
Yeah.
you have to do a whole bunch of back end work to just get
Okay.
it taken care of. So
And it sounded like he said he has insurance, though.
that's not the case.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Name and badge number? Name and badge number?
I mean, unfortunately, we're all forced to pay insurance. It sucks.
At Flying Grandpa donated $2 through Super Chat. I feel miserable for the guy too.
You heard it from the horse's mouth. I would have. Tell you, I'm fucking livid.
Well, the guy doesn't have insurance, and it's the second time he's been pulled over for it, apparently.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we're all. I hate paying for insurance, but I've paid for it for how many years of my life?
He's got to go that way. This is the line right
I'm
here.
forced to pay for it. Is this another one coming right here too? We got back up. Is that girl again?
I tuned this on my TV.
I couldn't tell. Was she in a gray one or was she in a black one though?
I already made it. 'Cause this is the line right here. That's why she's got to turn.
Everybody, please subscribe to James Freeman.
Out here with Duper Trooper, 5-0, and Batman. We got Batman to the rescue. Hold on, Angel wanted me to show her butt real quick.
It's not in a good light.
Dark butt.
I can fix that. I got light. Again, thanks everybody for hitting that thumbs up. Stay tuned. We'll be out here all night. Somebody post my other channels because I'll be out of notifications quick here. So I'll be bouncing on to some different channels tonight. Later.
I think it's Rodriguez versus United States. I think it was Rodriguez versus United States that that's where the ruling came down. Cops can't extend the stop like past. They ruled 20 minutes is reasonable. So if they say they're waiting on a drug dog and they got you sitting there half an hour, the constant. Here we are, right here. Here's the traffic stop. They ruled that. Let me just turn that off. Dang it! I see the blue lights. We got to get through this red light and then we'll be there. I mean, almost. We just drove by here, y'all. When I was saying that it's a successful night because we're keeping them from stopping people, like as soon as I rode by here, they must have been behind me and stopped somebody.
Blair to come in and use his colleagues.
Every government agency does. We all break the law, and
I wouldn't agree with that, but I would hope that wouldn't be the case.
Yeah, we all break the law, and for guys like Blair to come in and use his colleagues to try to get information and expose us for that is, if the people were able to see what our agencies are actually doing, they would lose complete and total faith in the government. And that is what we need.
I'm going to have to stop this call now because I don't agree with you. Please call Dale Morrison. Okay, thank you very much for calling.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye. So I'm going to try and give you a quick backstory here to give context to this phone call. Some New Mexico residents made open records requests to some state agencies. Those state agencies broke the law on responding to those records requests. These New Mexico residents hired attorney Blair Dunn to sue these state agencies for refusing to give them their records. Blair Dunn is a well-known attorney in the state of New Mexico, well-known for fighting for people's individual liberties, and well-known for trying to hold the government accountable to its own laws. So after Blair Dunn files suit for these guys, the state's attorney, Anthony Sclafani, sends out an email to what appears to be, I believe, every state agency in the state of New Mexico, saying, hey, we've got this guy, Blair Dunn, who is suing us because we broke the law, and we are wondering if he is suing you as well, and we are wondering if you will essentially work with us to conspire against Blair and his clients to try to shut them down, even though all they're doing is trying to make us obey the law. Let me pick out some of my favorite lines in this email. There are approximately 35 state agencies and departments in New Mexico. If Blair Dunn and his clients have sent 10 to 11 IPRA requests each, that's close to 400 IPRA requests. No one needs that much information. In the next sentence, he declares that the general counsels of the New Mexico state agencies met recently and addressed Blair Dunn as a concern. In other words, attorneys that are representing government in different cases around the state of New Mexico met together and addressed Blair Dunn as a concern, meaning a concern as in what? I mean, in this email, he articulates that, yes, they broke the law and Blair Dunn is coming after them for it. He then states that this is the only way we can stop Blair Dunn. Please help. And then he petitions lawyers from all over the state of New Mexico to stop Blair Dunn from trying to make the government obey their own rules. Anyways, I called up Anthony Sclafani to talk to him about it.
This is Tony Sclafani.
Hey, Tony, how you doing this afternoon?
Okay, how are you?
I'm doing good. Hey, this is James. I got forwarded an email from you about Blair Dunn and these guys attacking us over open record stuff. Have you been able to get in contact with everyone you needed to already?
I don't know exactly what you're referring to. I don't know exactly what you mean.
Oh, okay. Well, I was forwarded an email.
Where? I'm sorry. Where are you? What agency are you from, and what's your phone number?
I want to stay anonymous because I work for an agency that is they like what Blair Dunn is doing, and if they found out I was talking to you, they'd probably start coming after me. But I'm with you on this.
I mean, you can see my problem with that, right? Because then I don't know that you aren't Blair Dunn or somebody with Blair Dunn, so I can't really speak to you. All I know is I sent a request for the number of IPRAs to the state agencies in the state. If you have received a request for that request, my colleague who had me send the request is asking me to asking if you would send an affidavit to us saying we got this request about that request on this date at this time, and send us the new request from Blair Dunn for that original request.
Okay, all right. And what's an email address that I can forward you things to?
nm.gov.
Okay. The only concern that I have is that I've been dealing with Blair for quite a while, and he does IPRA requests on everything that we send back and forth. He's been doing it to me for a long time, and it looks like he's starting to do it to you now as well. And so I'm trying to figure out how I can get you information without Blair knowing that it's me giving it to you.
Over the phone, right? Because then there's no written record.
That would probably be best. But I mean, we've been dealing with him for a long time, and we've realized that he's not going to stop. And I've been in government for a long time, and I've never seen anybody try and fight for the people like this. And it's really starting to cause problems within our department, right?
There's more requests going to CYFD. They've received, I think, about 400, or maybe more, maybe 450.
Okay.
So that's that really you should really be talking to. I don't know why they haven't tried to do anything before now. If they're even trying to do anything about it now, you know.
Yeah, for what he's been doing to us is he uses news agencies, and those news agencies will do a whole bunch of open records requests on us and then go and publish it. Has he been doing that to you guys?
Not as far as I know, not yet. But you know, if it works, I'm sure he may one day.
Yeah. I mean, my thing is, have you even figured out why they're doing this stuff? I mean, who even needs this much information anyways, right?
Yeah, again, I really don't, I'm not comfortable without getting your information and your callback number, talking about our, my colleague's strategy.
I can give you my personal cell phone number. I do not want to give you the number to my office. Again, there's some guys in here who like what Blair's doing. But you want my personal cell phone number?
Yeah, I don't know how much that'll help, but sure.
What number do you want then? I mean, I could give you my office number, but then everything's going to get IPRA'd. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what? You probably should talk to my colleague. He's probably the best one to talk to about that. His name is Dale Morrison. I can give you his cell number.
Yeah, sure.
505-469-2070, because everything is going to go through him anyway.
Okay.
He's a higher level attorney here.
Okay. It's Dale Morrison, you said?
Yeah.
All right. He kind of heading this whole thing up to try to...
he's the one that had me do the requests for the number of IPRA requests, and he's the one having me ask everybody who's receiving an IPRA request about my request for the IPRA request to each agency, having me ask all the people calling about those to send an affidavit with the request attached saying when they got it and that it was sent by Blair.
I'm going to say I don't even know if I trust this guy then, because he's got to know that Blair IPRA requests everything we send. And this guy told you to send emails through the system that Blair can IPRA? It sounds like he... look, man, I don't mean to...
The problem with doing it over the phone was whatever numbers we got, Blair Dunn could just deny, and then we would have no recourse, right? So we had to get something in writing. That was the issue.
Okay. Look, call me a conspiracy theorist. I apologize. It's just that I've seen the way this guy works, and if you're able to IPRA it, this guy thinks that he's entitled to all government records. And I think you've realized that at this point, right? That him and
well, no, I don't deny that he is. We just have a problem with him making the requests and abusing the system. Although there's whether there's something in the law or whether I believe there should be something in the law saying you can't abuse the system and make unlimited IPRA requests, hoping that a state agency misses a few so you can make some money. I think there should be a law stating that, but whether it's relevant dealing with the judge and probably the appellate court. So
okay, yeah. All right.
That's something that's probably better discussed with Dale, though, because he's heading up this strategy.
All right. So for you guys, it's really just the number of requests that they're doing. Because with us, what it is that they keep exposing us for breaking the law, and every government agency does. We all break the law, and you know.
Oh, I wouldn't agree with that, but I would hope that wouldn't be the case.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe you're not in. That might actually be why your colleague had you send the IPRs out to basically put you out in the line of fire. Maybe he's trying to have you taken out. But yeah, we all break the law, and you know, for guys like Blair to come in and use his colleagues to try to get information and expose us for that is, you know, if the people were able to see what our agencies are actually doing, they would lose complete and total faith in the government. And that is what we
Okay, I'm going to have to stop this call now because I don't agree with you. Please call Dale Morrison. Okay,
Dale
thank you
Morrison.
very much for calling.
All right.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye. Anthony Sclafani's own email articulates that his clients, these government agencies, did break the law. He doesn't deny that one bit. Their only argument in defense is that the government should be allowed to break the law and shouldn't be held accountable. And yet he has the nerve to sit there on the phone with me and claim that he doesn't know that the government breaks the law. Just so you know, this is what your tax dollars pay for. Not only did your tax dollars pay for open records clerks who refuse to fill records, but now your taxes are paying for attorneys to try to fight in court and say that they shouldn't have to obey the law. If you guys have information for the government's attorneys about how to stop Blair Dunn,
He needs your legal advice.
Stop breaking the law, asshole!
Anthony Sclafani's contact information is listed below. Also, it appears that Blair Dunn has caused these government officials to shed a lot of tears. Therefore, I will also include physical addresses where you guys can send tissues and get well soon notes.
Shit's funny, man. Come on. Shit's funny.
Welcome to the Heavy Spoilers Show. I'm your host Paul. In this video we're breaking down No Country for Old Men. This Coen Brother classic completely shook me to the core, and I can't wait to go back through it and talk about the movie. Set during 1980, it's a game of life and death, and we follow a man who finds himself in too deep. Just something about it sticks with you forever, and there's a lot of things going on deep below the surface. Throughout this video, I want to dive into the film and discuss why I think it's a stone cold classic. Once we're through it, I hope you'll agree with me too, as there's so many things going on in the film. Now, starting it up, I was instantly reminded about one of the cool things that the movie does. That is, that there's next to no music throughout the entire piece.
Get the road track 1765 and 4200 block.
That was him. He noticed me. He looked dead at me. That's the only reason I saw him, was because he looked dead at me. He's over there drunk as shit. You know what? He's not. He doesn't have the uniform on. He's not on duty, so won't even go back over there. Don't even want to talk to him.
Is it duty?
That was definitely him. Yeah, so I'm doing another story on him next week. This guy had a flat tire on the side of the road. Couch saw him and pulled up on him. And don't ask me what people are thinking. So, you know, I know people are scared of the police, but the guy who was driving took off running when he saw Touch. He didn't commit a crime. All he did was had a flat tire. And Touch should have just let the man run away. It's not against the law to run, especially when you haven't committed a crime. But do you think Touch let the guy just run away and be a free American? No. Touch chased him down, caught him, beat the shit out of him. The guy literally had his face broken in like 4 or 5 places. I think maybe they might have found a little bit of weed in his pocket, but that was after the fact. And then they stacked all kind of charges on it because
What?
Couch chased him and beat the shit out of him. And then if you defend yourself, they charge you with a felony for trying to defend yourself. So his name's popping up a lot lately. He was over here working for Galveston, and then he switched to Galveston County. I guess because he got tired of me showing up and recording him all the time, so he switched over there, and then just became even more of a terrorist. And he's been all over my radar, man. There's so many stories about him, and he's made it on my channel twice in the last 2 months, terrorizing people with no tag lights and just pulled over on the side of the road.
They'll be arresting him soon.
Just a damn terrorist, man. I imagine his girlfriend thinks he's a hero. What's this guy doing? Yeah, that was definitely him. Did y'all see him? Could y'all see him from the live stream? He was in the middle of that big crowd. And I went on a 10-minute rant about Officer Touch since I seen him.
I had one of these nights recently.
He was there the night I got arrested for walking on the wrong side of the road, too. He was one of the ones putting up crime scene tape. Hey, what's up, Whitebeard? Shout out to Greg Abbott, Whitebeard said. Jason says Harvey even has a hero name, like out of a comic.
$5 million for production capacity expansion for next generation Army medium range ballistic missiles. 11, $50 million for the mitigation of diminishing manufacturing sources for medium range air to air missiles. 12, $250 million for the procurement of medium range air to air missiles. 13, $225 million for the expansion of production capacity for medium range air to air missiles. 14, $50 million for the development of second sources for components of short-range air-to-air missiles. 15, $325 million for production capacity improvements for air-launched anti-radiation missiles.
Dude, they've gone to a couple billion now.
For the accelerated development of Army next-generation medium-range anti-ship ballistic missiles. 17, $114 million for the production of Army next-generation medium-range ballistic missiles. 18, $300 million for the production of Army medium-range ballistic missiles. 19, $85 million for the accelerated development of Army long-range ballistic missiles. 20, $400 million for the production of heavyweight torpedoes. 21, $200 million for the development, procurement, and integration of mass-producible autonomous underwater munitions. 22, $70 million for the improvement of heavyweight torpedo maintenance activities. 23,
I heard some
$200
crazy
million
shit
for the
about
production of
torpedoes the
lightweight
other day.
torpedoes. 24, $500 million for the
You
development,
guys with your
procurement, and
potato
integration of
chips.
maritime mines.
I know, I'm putting rubber gloves in a bag.
And they make.
I don't eat potato chips that much at all, if ever. So.
I got some pretzels right here.
27, $80 million for the production of sonar buoys. 28, $150 million for the development, procurement, and integration of air-delivered long-range maritime mines. 29, $61 million for the acceleration of Navy expeditionary loitering munitions deployment. 30, $50 million for the acceleration of one-way attack unmanned aerial systems with advanced autonomy. 31, $1 billion for the expansion of the one-way attack unmanned aerial systems industrial base. 32, $200 million for investments in solid rocket motor industrial base through the Industrial Base Fund established under Section 4817 of Title 10 United States Code. 33, $400 million for investments in the emerging solid rocket motor industrial base through the Industrial Base Fund established under Section 4817 of Title 10 United States Code. 34, $42
You don't know what year the CIA was created?
diameter solid rocket motors for hypersonic missiles. 35, $1 billion for the
1947.
next generation automated munitions production factories. 36, $170 million for the development of
Didn't go into effect until 1947.
Oh, okay. And then 47, Israel created. And then 48, Assad was formed.
Right.
Like year after year.
Yeah, like
All because of the United States of America.
40, $2 billion for additional activities to improve the United States stockpile of critical minerals, National Defense Stockpile
with
Transaction
our help.
Subchapter 3 of Chapter 5 of Title
But
5
we
of
aren't the ones that created it. We got
No,
sucked
we
in.
are the ones that did that.
Well,
we like to point
Prescott
fingers at
Bush.
UK and say that we like to point our fingers at the UK and say they're the ones that did it because it's easier just to say, well, they're the ones that have been doing it.
It was a collaboration.
Yeah,
between the bankers, all the bankers basically.
Yeah,
How
the
much
300.
has the United States collaborated with anybody?
The 300. That's
We've
what
never
you're talking about, right?
collaborated, Really, we've already given more. Always given more.
Well, Prescott Bush, for example, his bank laundering the Nazi money and also buying the oil they needed.
I'll be back in a minute. I'm going in.
For expansion of depot level maintenance facility for Navy long range air and missile defense interceptors. 49,
Here?
$18 million for creation of
God,
domestic
they're
sources.
go for it. Going off on numbers. Listen to that. It's crazy.
$55 million for integration of Army medium range air and missile defense interceptor with Navy ships. 51, $176 million, $100,000 for production of Army long range movable missile defense radar. 52, $167 million for accelerated fielding of Army short-range gun-based air and missile defense system. 53, $40 million for development of low-cost alternatives to air and missile defense interceptors. 54, $50 million for acceleration of Army next-generation shoulder-fired air defense system. 55, $91 million for production of Army next-generation shoulder-fired air
For
defense system.
shoulder-fired
56,
air
$500 million for development,
defense
production,
system.
and integration of counter-unmanned aerial system programs. 57, $350 million for development, production, and integration of non-kinetic counter-unmanned aerial systems programs. 58.
Reminds me of a livestock auction.
Livestock auction?
Development, production, and integration of ship-based counter-unmanned aerial systems programs. 60, $400 million for acceleration of hypersonic strike programs. 61, $167 million for procurement of additional launchers for Army medium-range air and missile defense interceptors. 62, $500,000 for expansion of defense advanced manufacturing techniques. 63, $1 million for establishment of the Joint Energetics Transition Office. 64, $200 million for acceleration of Army medium-range air and missile defense interceptors. 65,
Explain to me, what is a Joint
$150 million
Energetics
for additive
Office?
manufacturing for propellant.
That's like
66, $250 million for expansion and
Here's a
acceleration
million.
of penetrating munitions production. And 67, $50 million for
And-
development, procurement, and integration of precision extended range artillery.
Several billion right there.
B. Appropriation. In addition to amounts otherwise available, there's appropriated to the Secretary of Defense for fiscal year 2025 out of any money in the Treasury not otherwise appropriated to remain available until September 30th, 2029. $3.3 billion for grants and purchase commitments made pursuant to the Industrial Base Fund established under Section 4817 of Title 10.
None of these guys
United
just
States
choke up
Code.
on the letters or numbers or
Appropriation.
the amount of numbers that
otherwise available.
they're just
There's
spitting out. They're
appropriated
just
to the Secretary
they're
of
okay
Defense
with
for
it.
fiscal year 2025.
They're
Any money in
robots.
the Treasury not otherwise appropriated
They're
to
automatons.
remain available until September 30th.
They have no
2029.
feelings, or they're
$5
just
billion
blah blah
for
blah blah.
investments in critical mineral supply chains
Mhm.
made pursuant to the Industrial Base Fund established under Section 4817 of Title 10, United States Code.
Exactly.
B.
Exactly.
Appropriations.
They just
They
all
even
blah, blah,
understand-
blah,
Otherwise
blah.
available. There's appropriated to
Do
the
they
Secretary
even
of
understand what
Defense
they're reading?
any money in the Treasury not otherwise appropriated to remain available until
They
September
just
30th,
it's just words.
2029. $500 million to the Department of Defense Credit Program account to carry out the capital assistance program, including loans, loan guarantees, and technical assistance established under Section 149E of Title 10, United States Code for critical minerals and related industries and projects, including related covered technology categories, provided that 1. Such amounts are available to subsidize gross obligations for the principal amount of direct loans and total loan principal, any
Down
part
to
of which is
9%.
to be guaranteed, not to exceed
Shit off.
$100 billion, and 2. Such amounts are available to cover all costs and expenditures as provided under Section 149E5B of Title 10, United States Code. Section 20005, Enhancement of Department of Defense resources for scaling low-cost weapons into production. A. Appropriations. In addition to amounts otherwise available, there are appropriated to the Secretary of Defense for fiscal year 2025 out of any money in the Treasury not otherwise appropriated to remain available until September 30th, 2029. 1. $25 million for the Office of Strategic Capital Global Technology Scout Program. 2. $1.4 billion for the expansion of the Small Unmanned Aerial System Industrial Base. 3. $400 million for the development and deployment of the Joint Fires Network and associated joint battle management capabilities. 4. $400 million for the expansion of advanced command and control tools to combatant commands and military departments. 5. $100 million for the development of shared secured facilities for the Defense Industrial Base. 6. $50 million for the creation of additional Defense Innovation Unit on-ramp hubs. 7. $600 million for the acceleration of strategic capabilities office programs. 8. $650 million for the expansion of mission capabilities, office joint prototyping and experimentation activities for military innovation. 9. $500 million for the accelerated development and integration of advanced 5G, 6G technologies for military use. 10. $25 million for testing of simultaneous transmit and receive technology for military spectrum agility. 11. $50 million for the development, procurement, and integration of high-altitude stratospheric balloons for military use. 12. $120 million for the development, procurement, and integration of long-endurance unmanned aerial systems for surveillance. 13. $40 million for the development, procurement, and integration of alternative positioning and navigation technology to enable military operations in contested electromagnetic environments. 14. $750 million for the acceleration of innovative military logistics and energy capability development and deployment. 15. $125 million for the acceleration of development of small, portable, modular nuclear reactors.
Medic getting diverted from St. Charles to St. Bees. I transfer to St. Bees. That's clear. Anyone back on me? 76 48.
Go ahead.
Peace.
Take 43 out of my vehicle.
ET-29, it's going to be Michigan temp 252217 Edward.
Okay. Michigan temp 252217 Edward. Reporting a fight in progress, Cedar Avenue and East Alexis. Time is 1:50.
40. You can show me in the vehicle with 876. Over.
Okay. Dispatcher 101, checking your safety 101.
Okay.
Copy.
Central open.
Here's clear. Six 28 disorder, 722 Indiana. 231 will be Adam 11.
Maybe Adam 11. 1168, we have traffic. Detroit and Islington to Michigan. Edward Williams Sam 9179. Buick Envision with 3. We have 1153 and 96 with us.
Avenue near you. Female car saying she needs a police and yelling, unlock the door. An operator could hear the male voice in the background saying, get off the porch. Detroit and Islington, Michigan. Edward Sam, the line disconnected. No answer on two callbacks. 722 Indiana Avenue, 620.
Detroit door.
Correction, Edward William Sam, 9179. Flew Envision with 3. Out with 1153, 96.
721, if you cancel them and show us en route.
Copy.
Medic 9 at St. Bees.
620, you can IDA, 620. 152.
Thank you.
Dispatcher 411, check your safety, 411.
Vivek Ramaswamy is running for governor of Ohio. Yeah, I guess you like Vivek. You like him? You don't like him? He's a grifter. I don't know if I trust him. I liked him at first. I really liked him at first, but I don't know if I trust him. He's got like calling about your extended warranty vibes. You know? Something about him I just don't. But I will say this, if he does win the race for governor of Ohio, I hope he changes the name of the Guardians back to the Indians, but changes the type of Indian. You know what I mean? Feather to dot, one of those things. They'd be great. Raleigh would be a big fan base. They'd be a big fan base here. They have a mascot just waving a lot of fingers around. Every time you steal a base, you get two. You know? For you today, 2 bases. You steal my base, 2 for me. For you, my friend, buddy. For you.
821, do you have a plate for that vehicle?
Are you Indian? I'm sorry. Was that funny or was that offensive?
No, it's accurate.
It's accurate. I almost said it in your accent. It's accurate. What is the finger waving? What is that? You have such good fingers. I have such little fucking, look at this. I have little Marco Rubio fingers. Look at these things. They're so tiny. I can't wave them anywhere.
I'll be 43 momentarily.
Yeah, okay.
Whoa! Stop! Jesus, you just hit me! I just got hit with the left vehicle. Yeah, I'm okay. All right, I got.
Love this kid. You got a female available for us?
Yes, I.
I am sick and tired of.
UT29, checking your safety.
Can't post anything on social media because somebody's offended with some crayon flag in their bio. Faggots!
I'm all set. David 21.
They got like this furry, tooty, pornography crap. Faggots! Can't even get an email. Because when you get an email from a business, a corporation, whatever, pronouns and a signature. Faggots!
301 dispatch, can you log me off
You got homos buying children.
Log back for your boy.
What kid wants 2 faggot daddies? Faggot!
Look, I just need to clear the air here because people are saying,
be en
oh,
they
route
hear me
to
say faggot, and they're like, oh no, she doesn't mean it in a derogatory way. Yes, I do, faggot.
General broadcast only Pennsylvania Township from Monroe Whiteford Road. Single call is reporting a dark gray Chevy SUV, Ohio
Wow,
license plate,
no.
William George, 8484, driving recklessly. Last seen headed westbound on runway. Time is 1:55.
We couldn't do nothing about it.
Or dispatch, I'll head up that way.
Copy that, man. I'll show you on that.
Thanks for doing that. Go ahead. I'm safe. Yeah, it's clear. 321, we're gonna be ready. Ready. Seven.
220 will be Baker. You're suspicious on Helms of Frank.
1398.
Baker and Frank.
$720.